Alright, so I've been playing Dungeonborne, and I wanted to give a tutorial into the menu because I've invited some people and they have felt a little overwhelmed when they join. So when you create a character, don't feel it doesn't matter which class you pick, because so far I have not run out of room and I've created a character of each class. And you'll level up pretty quick. I've played a bit, enough, I'm not by any means played it 100 hours and learned everything. I've played it less than 100 hours, and so anyways, here is the main menu, where you have your guy character selected. This is where you can invite people, join party members. On the right here is where you pick your game mode. So this is some extra advertisement going on right now, but you pick your server and you pick your game mode. The extraction game of teams of 1, 2, and 3 is the base component of this game. They have 2 maps right now, and I think the stars are supposed to represent difficulty here. So 1 star, 2 stars. This is the good starting place in the castle. There's a Cyclops monster that your team can fight, and there'll be 15 players in these maps, up to 15 players. And there'll be teams of 1, 2, or 3. All the teams have to be the same. So if you join it'll be 15 solo people, or it'll be probably 14 people, I'm not sure, is in pairs. And then it'll be 5 teams of 3 if you go in with 3 people. You can tag this challenger mode to go into full squad games. So you will be playing with only 3 squad games if you want to go in alone or 2 people. This difficulty, so they're saying death penalty. If you die, you lose all your possessions. That's a standard extraction game. You lose everything when you die. And center mode is the inside dungeon, a bit more difficult. This one is the outside one. And then competitive is the arena here. And this is where you can see they supply you equipment, so everyone gets purples, and loot protection. You will not lose your gear that you bring in. So this one changes out. They have Mithril Order, which is a odd, good starting thing to do if you don't know how to play, you don't know what character, you don't know what loot. Mithril Order is neat to join because then you get to select these pre-built characters, and you have standard loot. They are weaker, but if you just want to do that without worrying about what you're bringing in and what loot you're doing, it's a good way to start. And then this is how you have to return to camp doing that. They have training room, which is really empty. You just attack a dummy. There's not much to the training room. Although if there's a full moon, you can get a necklace, which is important later for heirlooms. Custom game. I've never played, but that's pretty neat that a early access game has that. So that's how you select your game. This is how you invite people down here. You are going to have, in your character select, you can change characters. Pushing tab brings up your stash. You can buy more slots to put more equipment in there. This is your character's gear. You put in slots. Remember, everything on this side, when you go into the game, you can lose. Ascension potions give you XP, depending on on your character. So if you like a class, you drink 1 potion or 2. 2 potions should get you almost to 20 max level, or maybe if you're level 8, 2 potions will finish it. I don't know if you're level 1, how many it takes. So this is your safe stash that you pull things in. You can have 3 potion slots, but of course you can bring them down here, but you have to move them into this slot to choose them. So healing. You got all these different equipment slots, and 2 rings, amulet, pants, chest, so on. You see it. If you click on this helmet, this is where you get character stats. So you can see how much stats you have for something. These down here just let you know these are your abilities that you pick. You can have 2 active abilities, one on the left side, one on the right side. Depending on the class, they have them unlocked. In this case, you have no choice on this one. And on the right, you get to choose which one you want when you play. On the bottom, they have a perk system for talents. So it tells you your dexterity. They have their base stats. Everybody gets critical damage. Everybody gets movement speed. And if you pass the threshold of dexterity, in this example, dexterity 36, then you gain that passive condition on the bottom. So that's how perks and talents work in this game, and you can read each one. Keep in mind, though, they will change depending on what you have selected. You see there it says regrowth in brackets in yellow. If I change it, it changes to force of nature. So just keep in mind it will change based on what you have there. So now I actually have satisfied this one thing that says regrowth can now store an additional charge. Or if I select the tree, now the tree, force of nature, can select additional charge. And this is your character stats for the whole. My most played character is this one. So, okay. Now, people have been overwhelmed by the top. We'll just go through it. You're on the camp setting. The merchant is someone you sell to all your valuables that they're only valuables you find in the game. Don't ever sell armor to this person or gear. And sometimes they offer free things, like if you daily, I think, or if you die, they'll offer some free potions or something. So very simple. You just sell things to the merchant. The alchemist is someone you craft your potions and your throwing special potions. These have a 20-second cooldown. And you use these cloudy essence to build any of these three. And you use yarrow blossom to craft any of these items. So those are the things you bring into the game. And you can build them from your stash. So just throw all of your cloudy essence and things into your stash and you can immediately build it. You craft it like that by clicking on it. And then you have to click on the green bar to get that item. Now, the heirloom is the one that people I did not understand. It's a little bit complicated, but heirlooms are a way to craft items that you can customize which stats you want to bring in. And it's a item that you can keep crafting cheaply of a specific rarity that you unlock so that you can bring in that gear instead of your poor man's gear. You just died, you come back with no gear. Here you can slowly build up your account's base level gear. So it's account binded gear that you can customize the slots in them based on your unlocks. Better to show you. So here you can check this box to see your whole account-wide item selection. This one is weapons, this one's armor, and this one's accessories, rings, and amulets. And here you can select which item you want. So here I'll show you a base one that I've never upgraded. I guess maybe I've upgraded one of everything, but they start gray. So here it's unlocked, or it's still locked. I would have to pay the rough white iron, which comes from white items, or green iron to unlock this. And then I would have to pay to upgrade it. And the upgrade cost is down here. So I can upgrade this from a blue to a purple item. Purple item gives me an extra slot major attack, and it gives me a little bit extra stats here, like 2 extra stamina. So, and XP gain is a big thing with heirlooms. So you'll quickly get XP if you have heirlooms. When you dismantle, this is how you make this gear at the top. You see I have 1,000 white iron. That was because I had gear down here, and this is white. And if you click on this, it'll show you I get 10 rough iron if I do that. If I put a blue down there or a green, I get 15 green if I dismantle this, or 10 blue if I dismantle this. The reason it's 10 is because it's a possibly 2 slot location, and this is a 1 slot. You only have 1 pants, but you could have 2 weapons. You can have 2 rings, so this is 10. You can only have 1 amulet, so it's considered 15. You can only have 1 headpiece, so it's 15. That's how that works. That's important to let you know because this is considered a weaker weapon because it takes up 1 hand. But if something takes up 2 hands, it's considered a full-size weapon. So this one will have full stats, and this one will have 0.5 stats, or 0.7 stats. I think it's 0.5 stats. A little confusing there, but I'll give you an example here. So let's say I wanted to build an heirloom. This is locked. I choose the white iron. I unlock it. Now this Plunderer Mask is available for all my characters that can wear leather. That's why you can check this box to see what... This is what everybody can use, all the accounts. Even though if my character cannot wear it, I can see it. But if I check this, this is gear that my character can put on. So, here is... This gives me critical strike damage, max life, XP. The XP is really the new thing here. And then it has a slot available, a major attribute. So it's better than white trash by only a little bit, but the slots make the big difference here. And when you craft an heirloom, it will cost either one of these mithril tokens, which are kind of rare, so I'd rather don't do that until you don't have this ore. Or it costs 2 green because it's a green item. If I want to create a legendary one, I need 2 purple star fragments. So just keep that in mind. That's where mithril tokens would maybe make more sense if I'm low on purple. But for these low quality ones, don't use your mithril tokens. Save those. Use the green. Now this attribute is what really makes heirloom special. These are also account-wide unlocks. So it costs 150 to unlock it. But once you do unlock it, you can put it on any of these single slot armor pieces. So I can go to this one and let's see, I have this same unlock enchantments of this major one. Only faith is locked for me. And that's the same here. But if I go into this item, see how these are different. These are 100 costing because rings can go in 2 slots. So this one has their own unlock value. So I'd have to unlock it here as well if I want it in the ring section. But if I do unlock it in the ring, it'll be for all rings. Here, amulets have their own unlocks as well, because it's a single slot. It costs more. It's worth more. It's 6 stamina instead of 3 stamina. So just keep that in mind, because I was confused wasting slots, because I thought when I bought a sword perk, I bought this single-handed mace perk, I thought it would work for everything, but it doesn't. So this will only be for single-hand weapons, because I thought I could use it on my staff, but I can't. I have to buy it again for a 2-handed. So that's the big wish I had known earlier. So otherwise, I think I've explained heirlooms without going too in depth. That you can again only craft 1 from each tab. You can only wear 1 from each tab. So you want to upgrade 1, get the XP, craft it. So here, example, this one says heirloom, and I think I've created this heirloom. So if I create this one, you already have equipped or crafted an heirloom of this type. So you can't do that. Then this one says the divine helm. I already got the crown. You already have this equipped. So this is an example of why I can't create these. Now, even if I wanted to create a different one like a ring, I can't do it because it's considered still this accessory tab. You can only have 1 equipped. Now, the other thing is, though, you can, if you kill some other player and take their heirlooms, you can wear those in addition to your heirlooms. They're not considered your crafted heirlooms. So then you can actually wear multiple heirlooms and get even more XP. If you don't die, that is, and you're running with it. Okay. The heirlooms is, I think, the most complicated, so that was the longest portion I spent on that. Trade is where you can sell items, sell buyouts, so you can search categories and say, I want to find only greens, I want to find only magic, and you have to wait and search. The druid is where you can select the class or do all, and then you buy stuff. You can set the min price. Selling, you can move stuff from here. You click on this and bring stuff from your stash and sell, or from your equipment. They'll tell you that when you sell something, let me go to here. They say when you sell, the stats will be re-rolled. So all of these blue and these special items, all this Midas touch, will actually be re-rolled. So you can't sell them as they are. If they're good rolls, you're not going to be able to sell them because they're good rolls. They'll just be re-rolled randomly for other people. So that is kind of neat when you buy things off here, the market. all of these are going to be random. So you could just buy 20 swords and hopefully get the one you want. But when you sell, they'll tell you, they'll already give you a price that you can sell, and if you do, you'll probably be instantly because it's above 85% of listings. Or you can click on this, and now, I don't know if it's above any or if it's 20% or what it is, but that's how you do it. Or you do this one, it's instantly going to sell because somebody's going to want to buy that, and it's the cheapest one on the auction, so it'll be bought instantly. Price curve. This is just if you're really interested in working the market and selling things for the best. So these are now worth more. For the last 3 days, the price has spiked for some reason. Yeah, that's the trading. The shop, this is pay with real money to get any of these cosmetic. They're all purely cosmetic. So here are the items, and here are the Moonstone values. So this is real money only gear. $2 gets you 140. So it's a complicated, it's not a simple math exchange here, but $10 US gets you 770. So quests. Quests are just like, login things. Every day they reset these to get you to play. When you play, you get some gold, you get some cloudy essence. Weekly, there's different ones. Seasonal, everybody shares the same seasonal ones. And horoscope changes per update season kind of theme. So this is a Druid Wind of Renewal theme because they added Druids to have healing touch. So now you can win a mask if you complete all of these things. You also get good things like this one. Ascension potions are good to level up any character. That's how I have all my characters 20, even though I probably only played 7 matches with the Death Knight, but he's 20. And I've only played 5, I think, with the Pyromancer, and he's level 20 because I just had Ascension potions. So, yeah, that explained everything, I think. That'll be a very good in-depth guide for any person that's new. Quick summary. Choose your game mode down here. Add people here. You've got your extraction games. You lose your gear if you die. This is your arena game. These can change based on the season. Arena game, you don't lose your gear. It's just fighting 3v3s. Trading. Auction where you can sell your items. They get re-rolled here. If you do auction trades here, you bid on them and they aren't re-rolled. But here on buyout, they are random and you have to buy them out. There's no bidding. And this one costs real money to start bidding. You actually have to pay real dollars to unlock that with Moonstones. Merchant can buy some gear. I really don't use anything in here. I just right click and sell valuables that you find in the game to her. That's all I do. Or you can buy arrows and swords for this sword master. Alchemist, this is where you craft your bandages and potions. Heirloom is where you dismantle your gear so that you can unlock these ores so that you can build heirlooms, which give you a boost on your account so that when you have a poor man, newly respawned, no gear, you can easily craft these continuingly long build out artifacts and put them on your gear. They do get strong, so like here I can get a purple. That puts you pretty far ahead compared to wearing all whites. So they definitely aren't the strongest in the game because you can only put on 3, and that's only like a third of your stats. So somebody that's not dying and fully kitted and bought stuff on the auction definitely surpassed somebody who just has heirlooms. But someone with blue, purple heirlooms is going to be ahead of somebody that has white, nothing. So they do definitely give you a good push. And it's something to work towards as you unlock. Another note on gear level is they don't make it clear, but they do try to put gear levels into different lobbies. So if you are going in with absolutely nothing white, you should be put in with people less than 10 gear level, I think, or something, or 5. And so I think it's like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, or 10 to 15, and then 15 to 20 or something is the calculation that they should be splitting players up. And gear level, again, if I push tab, I'll show you down here. This is gear level, so I'm like gear level 25. So I was actually wrong. It probably goes way higher to 0 to 15 or 0 to 10, and then 15 to 25, and then 25 to 30 or something. So when you look at a gear item, blue, this is level 3. So a common ring is 0, white, and then green is 2. Sorry, I think common ring is... Well, you can see the level there on the side. So it goes white, green, blue. This is 3, and this is 3. Maybe because it's a legendary necklace, but so that's how you count gear level, and that's your total, and that's how they're going to calculate the lobbies that you're put into. All right, talked enough. Took enough time. That should be plenty to get you started on everything about the menu.